Hello, now let's look at verse number 45, the Milky Way, from the book Footprints on What is Free. Now, in this verse, it's a long one, it's in three parts, and it's a dialogue between a father and son. The father's a king and the son, and it's about uh, life after death. It's about essence. It's about formlessness that can appear as all forms but cannot be bound in any form. And it also speaks about life after death, and it's quite an interesting one. So what I'll do is, because it's a long one and it has three parts, I will try and make three separate videos for each part. So part one: a young, fresh, and immature cheese joined a sect of drastic degrees, reiterated his party's doctrine to his father, an aged sovereign, whose words were veritable wisdom and presence equated with freedom, by the residents of the kingdom of cheese, famous for its pilgrims. Sun Cheese, proved as my eminent organization by ancient and methodical tradition, there is nothing better than cheese, rich and sharp, the palate is pleased. Like in clothing, silk is supreme. We are unmatched in food's theme. There are around 400 varieties of our kind valued by society. Today we influence the earth by our proficiency and worth. For matchless is our taste and texture, our tribe's traditional treasure. Pizza, pasta, sandwich, fondue, and desserts seek us for flavors new. So true is my establishment civil, our forte, flexible yet traditional. Hence, we should publicize our ethos of unity in range to end chaos. Now, on hearing the son's lofty claims, the father sensed the dual game of ego as speech and attitude, while the father spoke of one absolute. Though he knew can't be taught humility, as none is proud, can seize identity, and humility isn't the self being low, but its loss, with no one up or below. Yet he illumined the dual plot, a response of the untaught. Father Cheese. I won't be reading out the entire thing, I'll be just reading out extracts. Father Cheese, know this, my lovely son, all that appears is essence, the one. It alone appears as one or two, nothing is beyond its purview. Or essence of nothingness is this appearance dressed. Precisely, emptiness in essence is one, not split in its presence. Or emptiness is infinite, in appearance without limit. Hence, what appears as form's presence is common in all. That's the essence. So there's nothing ideal to be enthroned. As essence favors none, is all alone. Any limitation is dream of misery. Creatures, nations, or tribes illusory. So ignorant your group's review, none's independent of the view. Undivided is this essence, with none present in its presence. Of course, then he defends his tribe, and then Father Cheese goes, then the Father Cheese speaks, churns the milk and rises cream. And in the cream is the butter's theme. By coagulation of milk protein emerge numerous types of cheese on the scene. So milk is the source of our play, cream, butter, cheese, the Milky Way. But go deep into the depth cellular of your milky protein peculiar. You will find nothing is the essence of the seeming milky presence. Rather emptiness and form are one, don't distinctly perform. Reflect, my son, what is essence of foods and appears as their presence. Breathes, beats the heart, does thrive as form, tastes, listens, speaks, is alive. So is this essence separate from you? Isn't it appearing as verse and view? Isn't one the essence and appearance of this seeming cosmic emergence? Then, of course, he goes on to say how teachings convince with facts which seem real create an impact. Just quoting science or history doesn't imply real theory. And he says, listen, son, there is no other to taste or apply its flavor. None can be taught how to exist. Vicarious is your group's gist. Sophomoric the rhetoric, not right or wrong, but dualistic. So it's not right or wrong, it's just dualistic. Then, of course, now the son's curiosity rises and he says, where does this essence reside? within, without? Does it preside as us? Is it the cosmic spirit? What do we do to attain it? Should we revere our milky culture and spread the glory of our sculptor? And then he says, my son, can you locate space in or around forms or a place? Can you isolate the fragrance in the flower, its presence? Locate the tree in the seed or alcohol in the mead? Like energetic stir of the presence is central to the silence, or as integral to noise is silence in perfect poise, akin is the essence of this appearance. Integral to form is formlessness, while form's embedded in its emptiness. Though formlessness is on its own, form is formless in form's tone. Now, then he goes on, and then he says how these cultures and tribes and they are like rivers that continually change, and where none can pinpoint, the range. And then he says emptiness is an appearance on its own, and if it alone seems to appear as the apparent illusion and the stories. So he says, my love, you can't become the essence, receive it or grasp it in silence. So now do not be ignorant and seek it in fragments, for all there is the essence, seeming to be existence, non existence. And of course, the son is shaken and confused, and then for his belief system is bruised, and resume the dialogue later again, now later on a somber tone. So that will be in part 2. Thank you.